June 6th, around midnight, my contractions started. I went ahead and went to bed and tried to get as much rest as possible. And around 5 a.m., they started to pick up, and I started to track them. As planned, I wanted to do the majority of my labor at home, so I went into my master bathroom and set up the tub and ran some hot water, set the mood with some candles and some lavender essential oils, some meditation music, and went ahead and got in the tub to try to manage the pain as best as possible. So the most comfortable position for me to be in was in all fours. But the thing is, being in this position made my contractions speed up a lot more. Once my contractions were 5 minutes apart, lasting for 1 minute for an entire hour, we went ahead and contacted the midwife on call so that she can let us know if it was a good time to head to the hospital. Keep in mind that we live around 50 minutes away from the hospital that I'd planned on delivering at. So I progressed very quickly. At this point, I've only been in the tub for a few hours. But once the midwife called us back and we let her know how we were progressing, she went ahead and advised us to start making the trip to the hospital. And as you can see, that contraction was kind of intense. So, in between contractions, as I'm tracking them, I was still trying to focus on my breathing and staying hydrated. And even though it was time for me to go to the hospital, being in this position in the tub was so comforting that I didn't want to get up. So I procrastinated for about another hour before heading to the hospital. So, as you may have heard, I'm telling Curtis I really don't want to do this drive. At this point, my contractions were so intense that I really was dreading this trip to the hospital. So, just to let you know, there are some videos that were captured that I just refused to add to this labor and delivery story because I just looked really bad. Or there were moments where unfortunately we could not capture because of all the chaos. But here's a summary of what went down. Finally got out of the tub and threw something on, and we made our way to the hospital. The trip was tough, to say the least. We get to the hospital, we have to go through the paperwork and all the triaging and wait forever for a midwife to actually come and see me. Once the midwife arrives, she checks me and lets me know that I am 2 centimeters dilated and that I need to be 4 centimeters in order for them to admit me. So they send me home. So it's now July 7th, a whole day later, and I really truly feel like I progressed. I called the midwife and shared my thoughts, and she went ahead and told us to go back to the hospital. So around 3 a.m., we proceeded back to the hospital. Another 50-minute drive. And I was in pain. I'm not going to lie. Every bump, every swerve, every changing of the lanes, everything made this trip so intense. So intense. But we finally made it. And we have to go through the whole process all over again. Check myself in, go through triage, wait for a midwife. She comes in and she checks me and lets me know that I have progressed to 3 centimeters. And lets me know that I have 2 options. Go back home or stay in the hospital and let them assist with pain management. Now, as you guys should know, I had my whole birth plan planned out, and the midwife was very aware of my birth plan. I wanted an unmedicated birth. I wanted hardly no assistance. I wanted to labor in water in the hospital, and no assistance with pain management, none of that. The only thing I asked for was a doula to assist with massages and breathing techniques, things of that nature. So, at first, I refused, and I let her know that I did not want assistance with pain management, but I also did not want to go home. She pretty much gave it to me straight and let me know that even though I am 3 centimeters, that I may stay that way for a very long time. And me being in labor for so long has drained me completely. And I pretty much had no energy left. So she really, truly advised for me to get pain management assistance so that I could get some rest, so that when it really is truly time for me to push, I could have the energy. So the pro of getting this medication, I could sleep and I can gain some energy. The con to receiving this medication is that it will relax my contractions, which means there's a chance that my contractions can stop completely. And if that happens, she's gonna send me back home. Or I could wake up and the contractions can start right back up again. So I really had a choice to make. And after talking to my husband and going back and forth 50 minutes to the hospital and back home, we decided to stay at the hospital and let them assist me with getting some sleep. About 4 hours later, I woke up because the meds had worn off, and it was still pretty early in the morning, and we waited for our room. And I spent the entire day still contracting, still laboring.
Anything you want to tell Elle?
I was really trying to get you here. I'm trying my hardest.
Elle, we are tired. You've been here since 3 o'clock this morning. After the fact of getting on the road at 3 o'clock the following day and trying to come here for them just to tell us to go home. And we back in here again, trying to get you in this world. Why won't you come out of there? But now we enjoying the process, honey, but Mom is tired. Mom has been going through some pain to get you here. And she's been handled like a G, like a soldier. That woman is strong and so beautiful at the same time. So we're waiting for you. We're ready for you to come. Just need you to get on the good foot.
Help me help you. Can't wait to see you, baby. Mommy just wants to see you. Okay,
All right.
start.
Get ready.
Oh. So, after a while, I jumped in their tub, which was way smaller than my tub at home, but it definitely helped with managing the pain. And I spent a few hours in there. I even ate breakfast in there and tried my hardest to focus on my breathing while labor progressed. So, what you guys didn't see, the doula came in and assisted me a great deal. Those massages and putting pressure on my lower back truly saved my life. And shift after shift, midwife after midwife, I continued to labor. And then July 8th came. So here's when it gets real. I stopped progressing at 5 centimeters, and I stayed there for a very long time. So long that the midwife wanted to assist again by 1, breaking my water, or 2, giving me Pitocin, which again, based on my original birth plan, I did not want. So I refused, and then hours later, with still no progression, I went ahead and allowed the midwife to break my water. After breaking the water, another few or more hours passed, still with no progression. So I went ahead and allowed them to administer Pitocin. Already knowing that I was a few days in labor, that I had very intense contractions, and knowing that Pitocin would only make them more intense and closer together, I knew that the best decision for me and my baby was to go ahead and get the epidural. I couldn't take the pain any longer. So why allow them to administer the Pitocin when I already had nothing else to give? So we went ahead and allowed the anesthesiologist to come in and perform the procedure. And yes, I went through the whole guilt trip. I had this whole birth plan. Things went sideways, and I didn't do half of the things that I stated that I wanted. I did a lot of crying, but I also did a lot of praying, and I knew this was the right choice for us. And at first, the Pitocin wasn't working. I still was not progressing. So they continued to increase it until we saw some type of progression. And once I progressed, I stopped again at 9.5 centimeters. So the midwife told me to change positions and get on my knees to allow gravity to assist with the 0.5 centimeter I had left.
pressure on my leg though. Inside. Shove it in. Yeah. Close.
Reach here and put baby back on. Is it gone, Chantal? Are you feeling like you have to push, or are you just feeling pressure? Oh no.
And finally, we made it to 10 centimeters, and I started to push.
Push as hard as you could. I can feel you making more descent, okay? Does that make sense to you? Okay, cool. Curtis, I think that counting is really good. That seemed like that was working for you. I don't know if you feel differently, Chantal, but that seemed like it was going well. You can relax your leg on my foot too. So, believe it or not, I'm not a counter midwife. There's people who really swear by that, but it works.
I'm gonna hold this leg here for her.
It looks like, unless she wants to. Unless she wants you to. Okay. Well, it looks like we missed a contraction just now, so that's totally fine. Just rest through this one as it's finishing. This 1B1. Let those weak ones go by, okay? The strong ones. Baby does have a lot of hair. She looks cute from here. A big deep breath first before you push, okay? Deep breath. Curl up. Deeply in there. Yes. Keep going.
Alright.
You ready?
Deep breath.
You're gonna feel some lubrication down here, okay? This is real. Yeah, you're doing great. Take a breath when you need to, okay? Good, that was great. And again, big breath, as strong as you can.
1,
That's
2,
your push right there. That's
3,
it. That's it. Keep
4,
going. Don't back down from that,
5,
okay? Stay right there.
6, 7,
Keep going.
8,
Yes, you've got it now.
9,
Just like that.
10.
Amazing. Breathe when you need to. I'll go right back in.
One more. 1, 2, 3,
Just like that.
4, 5, 6,
Do you need an extra
7,
heart monitor?
8,
Yeah, I don't know.
9, 10.
Yeah, let's put that on. Beautiful, extra achiever. Okay. Bravo. And again, you got one more.
One more.
You can do it.
1,
Go, go, go,
2,
go, go. So strong.
3, 4,
Just like that. A little stronger, a little
6,
stronger. You can do it.
7, 8, 9, 10.
Excellent.
Good work.
Doing beautifully. Curtis, do you need a place to sit or anything?
No, I'm fine.
Got a lot of hair. Go ahead and push. Go ahead and push. Listen to your body. Push,
One.
push, push hard as you can.
2, 3,
Give it all you got. Go, more, 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 more.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
That's it. Good. That one all done? You take a little listen to her. Is that good? Chantel, I'm just gonna put a little bit of pressure on your belly to check your bleeding. We're fine. I'm so sorry. I know that's very uncomfortable. Haley, I'm gonna put a 3 on for Steve. Okay. Just have a look at her for a minute. Those are really absorbent. Better.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna have to be. She can.
Yeah.
You could slide over a little bit if we need more space for your placenta.
I'm still.
I think we're good.
No. Okay.
And then you can put the sugar in here.
Do what?
Oh, Haley, did you get your cord blood? Yeah, I just left it there. You can put it in there.
Sentinel cord is cold. I'm thinking it's the feet against the cord that's cold. And just pick it up so you don't get, there was a blood clot that she put back in there. So I don't need that. There you go. Yeah, baby. That's it.
Or after you.
Do you mind if I take my shirt off?
No.
I don't think you should, man.
You're such a gentleman.
We've seen it all.
I'm really asking her if she mind if I take my shirt off.
I'm going to move my leg so you can have it closer to you. Oh, this cord is so cold. I know she's like, what is this on me?
Oh, that big girl.
Hey, Zamahamas. Hi.